So I wanted to go ahead and capture this on video. As you can see, the left eye is badly swollen, and I've had that quite often now since the head injury. And I also wanted to come on and talk about how neurologically weak I've been. It's kind of shocking me. When I stand, I am becoming extraordinarily dizzy, to where I feel like I'm going to actually black out. I get to the point where, it feels like a head rush at first. Like I stand up and it feels like a head rush. And excuse me, I'm touching things. Like my extremities are not quite right. And I shake, but I'm also like doing weird twitchy things. Like it's like a subtle little quick ding like that. Like it's not like this. But I'm twitching like subtly. So I'm like hitting things and I'm dropping things. But so not only am I having neurological weakness in my extremities, and of course you can see this eye, and I'm sleeping well. I'm now tracking my food because, you think neurological disruptions or is your glucose dropping, is your whatever. I'm monitoring, making sure I'm eating lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, drinking tea because that's good for us, but not excessively. I've had 1 cup of tea and I had oatmeal for breakfast. And so I'm getting ready to work on lunch. I'm eating fruit as snacks and also cucumbers and hummus. So I'm primarily eating like a vegetarian diet, but I do eat protein. I eat butter in my oatmeal. I don't eat margarines or anything like that. I eat avocados. And coconut. I try to get the good fats, that are good for us, and I try to minimize any meat anyway, just because I do. I'm just not a big meat eater. But so because all this started happening recently with the neurological stuff, like I remember talking to my doctor a few weeks ago. Well, she's not my doctor anymore, but not a few weeks ago, maybe like a month ago. I lose time still. I still lose time, and I'm still having lots of memory loss, but I stopped tracking the memory losses because I don't want to add that kind of pressure. Look at I don't want to add that kind of pressure onto myself where I feel like I'm constantly tracking myself, like I'm some kind of just project and I have to track everything, because I think that would create more stress than I need in my life. I mean, I think as it is, I'm frustrated enough with the things that are happening with me. As you can hear, I have the thick tongue. There's no reason for it. There's absolutely zero reason for my thick tongue. But neurologically, I am getting a little bit odd. Like I said, when I stand up, sometimes I feel like for the last 3 days, it's been getting kind of bad where when I stand up, I have to actually like kind of hold on to something or be near something. Or if like I bend over and play with a dog, like I bend over and I'm just like rubbing the dog and scratching his belly and just being like a normal human being. When I stand up, then go right side up from just bending over. I feel like yesterday when I did it, I actually ran for this chair right here that I'm sitting in and sat down because I was certain I was going to pass out. I'm not exactly, I don't actually know why, I know it's the head injury, right? All these things, is the head injury. These are fallouts, but, the neurological weakness and and almost passing out sometimes when I stand up, I don't, that's pretty new. That's like, it's getting really intense. And obviously that's like, it's a little scary. I don't want to come off like I'm all casually cool with it. I want to get it taken care of. I have an appointment with a neurologist on Monday. So, I can maybe start getting a handle on all this, but, what is a neurologist going to do for me if I'm standing up and getting dizzy? Like what can they do? I'm not going to stand up. I work in their garden, and my garden, I have to be very careful out there because of the heat, right? I can't work in the heat because I'm afraid it's going to amplify the feeling that I'm going to pass out. So this is actually the first time I've cried since 3 or 4 days ago. So this is the second time this week, I guess. But in the last 7 days or something, I got upset. I talked to Grant about it. I got upset about, I don't exactly remember. Oh yeah, I was feeling neurologically weak. The ears were ringing really bad, and I couldn't remember Ray Charles's name from a photo. And when I couldn't remember his name, I just broke down and started crying. But it's because, like I've said before, it feels like the body is under attack. And I'm a strong, well, look at this. I want you to see this. I'm a strong woman. I'm not incidentally weak. I'm not incidentally strong. I've worked out my whole life. I practice yoga and meditation, and I eat right. I'm a powerhouse in the memory, which is no longer, I'm not a powerhouse in the memory anymore. But to have such a strong body and feel so weak is really weird. I feel really weird about all of this because I'm not, I don't know how it's going to end. I just kind of keep like the dizziness coming up so strong. I don't even know what to say about that. It's just, it's scary, What am I going to say about it? Just standing up and then feeling like I'm going to pass out from head rush for no reason. There's no medicines. There's not an excess of anything. I'm monitoring caffeine intake. I mean, I've been a health and nutrition girl my whole entire life. Since I was 17, I became obsessed with health and nutrition, and am even adding kefir milk. It's not milk, it's probiotic drink. It's very, very good for the gut. Keep things balanced. I am intentionally eating so good and minimizing anything that would be considered psychoactive in the mind, in the brain, in the body, to keep a clean record of what's happening. So I can say, okay, I'm not on any medication. Like I have muscle relaxers. There's no way I could take those muscle relaxers now because I'm already neurologically weak. If I took the muscle relaxers, I would be probably a hazard to myself. I take them when I go to bed. Well, I didn't take any last night, but I'll take one when I go to bed because when my neck has osteoarthritis in it. See, I have osteoarthritis in my neck with a reverse curve. I know I've already told you guys that. Well, when I sleep, it hurts my shoulders and my collarbones really bad. Like when I get up, they crack and they hurt, and they're really sore from the neck. And I sleep on my side, and I can't sleep on my back. I've tried to force myself. But anyway, I will take one muscle relaxer when I go to bed in an attempt to try and keep this from hurting me so bad when I get up. But I didn't take any last night because I keep getting dizzy when I stand up, I'm becoming very concerned about passing out. I mean, I don't want to do that because if what am I going to do? Pass out, break off my teeth, hit my head again, break something? I have to be very careful. So, I'm now like really just watching everything that I'm doing. I mean, that's my option. That's my choice. But I want to come on and talk about the neurological disruptions and the weakness, the standing up and feeling like I'm about to pass out. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, Dr. Tom, she had checked for lupus. She had checked for all kinds of things. Like my blood sugar was great. All my chemical stuff is perfect. It's all perfect. Everything biochemically is right on. So this obviously falls under neurology, head injury. Like the ear ringing never stopping, losing vision after the head injury, losing hearing after the head injury. Just the memory, we can't, go into the memory. It's just a bunch of stuff. And so I'm still in this, I think where I'm getting upset here and where I'm crying is new things keep starting. Like if I were neurologically weak before, I don't remember it. I'm just now starting to, well, the last few months since I got the blood pressure, like I said, I got it under control with a very low dosage medication. So it wasn't like that was some great challenge and it was just refusing to cooperate. I mean, I've lost 70 pounds in the last year. I'm rock solid here. This is not a joke. And so I was a very strong-minded, strong-bodied woman. And I think the reason I'm still like coming to tears about some of this stuff is that the neurological stuff, from what I can tell, is new. I mean, I've never, for 3 days in a row, when I stand up, get so dizzy I'm going to pass out. I've never done that. So I am still having new symptoms, apparently, and it's very frightening to me. But more than just frightening, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. I don't want to be experiencing any of this. I am being compromised. Like I said, it's like my body is under attack. My mind has taken me hostage. It's the brain injury. It's the head injury that's taken me hostage. I mean, there's no other anything else that you could contribute this to after we did all this blood work for everything, and everything is perfect. Even my cholesterol, my bad cholesterol is really low, my good cholesterol is really high. Everything is perfect. Falls under head injury. And I mean, I've said it, I keep saying it, I feel like I'm declining neurologically. It's taken me, since I've been seen at this one doctor, I had to request the CAT scan. I actually requested an MRI, got a CAT scan. They said the CAT scan looks good. I don't know their readers. I don't know if I trust their readers. I feel like I need to get an MRI, and I need to have someone who knows what they're doing inside the head, really inspecting my head and my head images. Because can you just have nothing show up and still go into this just absolute neurological slide? I don't know. I presume you can. My support group, they've been so wonderful that when I first started experiencing these neurological disruptions, about, I don't know, a week, I want to say, where it started getting where it was daily, every day now. I reached out to the group once again, for some kind of guidance, and everyone came in, and a few people come in and they swoop and they help and they give me advice. And it's just, it's like a decline. It's like I'm declining. Like I said, I stopped tracking the memory loss because, that'll just drive you crazy. It really will. It's not worth it. I know that there's memory trouble, so I don't need to track every little thing because it is kind of depressing. But, what can you do about it? I'm working my muscle memory, but the neurological stuff where I feel like very weak in my extremities and the subtle twitching and the almost passing out when I stand up, these last 3 days have been very intense. I stand up and I'm like, whoa. I've got to work in my garden. My garden is very important to me. It is a priority because I believe in growing food and then collecting seeds because it's all organic. It's heirloom organic. I don't even like to, I like all my stuff to be very pure. So my garden is very important to me. So I'm out there and I'm on that garden, but I have to be very careful. I have to make sure that, I can't go out there in the middle of the day and do anything. The heat will kill me. So I wanted to come on and I wanted to talk about the neurological disruptions and I guess just showcase how head injury Jane, I'm just still sliding into this head injury in the fallout from it. And it's a very organic process. So I'm sharing it with you as I'm going through it. I don't know what else to say about that. And as I find out things, I will, from the medical staff, I will share them with you. Like I said, they said the CAT scan was fine. I don't know that I trust them with that. I've actually read some very bad things about the particular organization that I was seeking treatment through, about failing to properly diagnose and also even read images and that sort of thing. It makes me very nervous. So I'm actually thinking about, well, I'm not just thinking about, I'm actually proactively looking for neurologists outside of this particular group for second opinions. I mean, I'm just in a neurological slide and I need someone to help me. I don't, if I keep getting back all these results, like biochemically, I'm perfect. Neurologically, I'm a disaster. I'm going to pass out every time I stand up. This is not good. So I am sharing this with you very organically as it happens to me. I mean, once I found out that this was not my blood pressure a few months back, that's when I began to. I was frightened, about what was happening to me. I'm not as frightened because I understand to a great degree what's happening and why, the causation. But I am concerned about how far I'm going to go before it becomes, am I going to improve or am I going to see? So far, I've not improved. It's just declined. And that's scaring me. And like I said, I am practicing my memory. And I'm doing okay with that. I'm actually remembering things. I'm forcing myself. I'm like making myself remember and really working at it. But this is terrifying business. I mean, in many ways, because how far? I mean, neurologically, how far am I going to go down? I mean, my limbs are shaky and weak and they twitch. It's very scary stuff. So I'm sharing this with you today. I'm probably more weak than I am strong spiritually, just because, as you just saw me get upset, I didn't even think I was going to get upset. It's just the raw emotion of what's happening to me. I mean, I am sharing this with you as it unfolds. I've had a rough last week. And the video that I just uploaded before this one, which I recorded last night downstairs, when I was talking about what happened to my lower back, I guess it was it was my lower back. Friday or Saturday, it was terrible. The pain, the amount of pain, how it incapacitated me. And I said it was the spondylolisthesis. I believe it was, but I don't know because I haven't even began to get that checked out by doctors. I'm still so concerned about the head injury. So we know there's osteoarthritis in the neck, but I knew the neck was trashed. I knew that. I knew that is what makes me a convoluted patient in many ways, with a head injury, the reverse curve of my neck with the osteoarthritis now and bones fusing, the spondylolisthesis, my fifth lowest lumbar is in 3 pieces. I now believe it's bone on bone down in there because of what I experienced last weekend. Wait a minute, today's Thursday. Okay, so what I experienced it was either Friday or Saturday. I lose days. On Sunday, I thought it was Friday. I mean, I thought flat out it was Friday. Breathe. Breathe. Okay, well, listen. I'm okay. I'm, marching forward in my little plan of action here. So just keep your head up and keep it safe. And take great care of yourselves. Be safe.